All right, we're going to give this one more go. I'm batting 1,000 today. Anyway, we went ahead and I said, you know what? It's dinner time. It was actually past dinner time for them. So I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and get dinner and see what that does. So as you can see, that kind of woke them up a little bit. I figured it might. I said, oh, I have an idea. Huh. What you doing, Mr. Frost? Mr. Frost enjoyed his. That's actually, you can see his face is all wet still. But you know what? In a way, I'm glad that it is. Remember how we talked about he's going, like for example, Frost is going to have red that's going to come out in little areas, little red patches. You can actually see one right there on the edge of his ear back there, and you can see it on his face. It right now because it's wet, it kind of appears almost like it's dirty, or it even looks like a little pink. But that's little, that's his pigment kind of changing, and he'll get some red little hairs and patches of red within his body as he gets a little older. And we have a little wrestling match going on over here. What are y'all doing? This is how playtime typically goes around here. That's what it kind of sounds like most of the time. At least when they're playing, huh? You managed to get that bow off, Jingles? You got that bow, Jingles? What, Rudy Toot? What, my Roo? Oh, my love. Rudy is one of our quieter, laid-back guys. Loves being near his human, or humans. Don't get me wrong, he gets in his little rambunctious moments, but he's a pretty chilled, laid-back little guy for sure. Oh, let me go grab got balls on the tray. That's okay. These two right there are the best of buds. It's so funny, I guess it's just like humans. They do find friends within a litter. You always see it. You always find the same two usually sleeping together. For our families that, are on this litter, I'm sure you guys remember the pictures yesterday from the vet of these two snuggled up together, even at the vet. They're, almost inseparable. And that's kind of what they truly miss when they leave us. It's, it's not mom. They're now, fully weaned. So it's their litter mates. That's what they truly miss, and takes them a while to adjust. But of course, they learn so much from their litter mates. And this is why it's important not to take a puppy home too soon. Things like that, because this is all learning for them. Oh, I just missed a little hop over there. That was so cute. I think we'll just leave the ball. I can always go and grab them and wash them if need be. I don't want to disturb them when they're acting this cute and silly. There's Rudy working on his present. There's our girls trying to tear apart the bag, huh? What you got, Joy? You gonna give him a hand, Chester? Holly. You have something in your mouth, Holly? And guys, I will warn, here I am. I'm taking a video. I just, if you ever want to do something like this, you just want to make sure that, anything they get in their mouth, they get stuck, that you're ready to pull it out, of course. I don't typically I wouldn't, ever leave something like this out for them to play with. Okay, here. Once we get it, I know it's fun. It's the sound that they love, That's why I love these. I call them the crinkle toys. Even once they, my older dogs, they all love those crinkle toys, or, they make that noise. I guess I think it's what attracts them to it. I wish they would come out and make nothing but that. They would be in heaven. I always say, noise makers like that, great toys, as well as just, good sturdy chew toys. One of the best things to always have on hand. And squeaker toys. I have some that, it's funny, I have some of my dudes that, love their squeaker toys. But of course, like our standards, just one of my big ones, I have certain ones like my boy Bo. Oh, he is a, squeaker thief. In other words, he'll do anything he can to try to get to the squeaker. So that's the concern with some of those. Whereas others are, just as gentle as can be with a toy. So every dog is different, and just why I always say it's important to keep an eye. Good boy, Frost. You made potty? Good boy. Good boy, man. He is such a cutie. He is such a little handsome guy. He's one of our smaller ones. He's going to have a wavy to loose curly coat, along with his sister Holly. Mr. Jingles is another that's going to have the wavy to loose curly coat, and the others I believe, are going to have a straight up, curly coat. We know for sure. Well, pretty much, yes, all the other three are all curly coats. They're going to be, much curlier as they get older. A wrestling match. Not something we break up because this is how they learn. This is where they're learning, bite inhibition, not to bite, too hard or things like that. I used to break them up. Believe me, I always would think someone's getting hurt or someone yelped or, screamed. But now I know, there's a reason for it. And my trainer said, well, if they're in the wild, Bonnie, you think somebody's going to come and stop them from fighting or rescue them? I'm like, well, no. You like that ribbon, Jingles? I just want you guys to have a chance to see them playing, so that's why I'm like, I have to try to get them again. Oh no, why she's gonna end up potting on the bow. Let me go grab that out, guys. Forgive me if I'm moving around too fast. I'm trying not to make you guys dizzy. Here you go, man. Oh, and Holly, you were just having a ball, aren't you? Huh? You were enjoying that, huh, my girl? Huh? Oh, thank you. Sorry, you can see my foot there. When I tell you, Chestnut / Chester, he is so funny. He keeps us, always. He's definitely one of our more active pups, so anyone considering him, I want to keep that in mind. But he is so comical. And look, he's an absolute sweetheart, but he's definitely one of our more active ones, that's for sure. Oh, there goes that bag, huh? Good thing these were old bags I don't use anymore. So, it was all for you guys, I promise. Really? I don't know if you can see from the video the size difference in these two. So, Rudy is, I need to double check. Yeah, I think Rudy was the biggest. It was basically him and Holly are our biggest in the litter. And really, Miss Joy kind of falls in the middle. And so, size-wise. And our littlest, our little runt, or our littlest is by all means Jingles. He's been that way since day one and has remained that way. Followed by Chester and then Frost. So you can kind of have 3 small ones and 3 that are on the larger side, essentially. Oh, Miss Holly's got the ball. You got the ball, Holly? Anyway, well, I hope all you guys, enjoy getting to see them. I look forward to doing puppy pics tomorrow and seeing who their forever families will be. This is, as I probably said it before, I'll say it again. This is a phenomenal bunch. We have enjoyed them dearly. It's definitely going to be bittersweet to tell them bye next week. But, I'm confident that all their families are going to be very happy and give them wonderful homes. We're very grateful for all of them. And so I hope everyone enjoyed, and happy puppy picking tomorrow. Of course, I'm sorry, I'm trying to sign out, but they keep, putting on a show, so I don't want you to miss it. Get him, Jingles. Get him, Jingles. Tell him, Chester. Oh, I guess I'm having a conversation. This is too funny. I can't stop now. guys, I want you to notice something. You can almost see when I talk about our pack leader, which is a more dominant puppy, as is Chester. You can kind of see how Jingles is backing down. Jingles is one of our most submissive puppies in the bunch. I'll talk a lot more about this tomorrow, whoever, to whichever families are considering Jingles. Every puppy has, I guess, I don't want to say pros and cons, but things that you'll have, what we use temperament testing for is essentially to help with training skills. I'm sorry, I keep losing my focus with them because they're being so funny right now. But it's kind of a tool that we use to know what to focus on when it comes to training. And your more submissive puppies, such as Jingles, for example, he'll need a lot more socialization. So someone who's going to take him has to have that time. And when I mean that, that means getting them out of their comfort zone, away from home, taking them different places, getting them around different people, etc. At least 2 to 3 times a week for the first few weeks and months, because that window closes between 16 and 20 weeks. And I'll get into that a lot more when we do picks tomorrow. And, just different things, about the submissive puppy versus the dominant. And then you have some that fall in the middle. And there are ones that are better suited for certain families than others. Not so much a particular puppy, but just, temperament-wise speaking. You really don't, I really would not recommend Jingles for a family with young children. The quieter, most submissive puppy is usually not, the best match for that. They would, do better with one of the more dominant or one that falls in the middle, for example. He'll be better for a quieter household, and preferably someone that, maybe a house that has someone that's there more often, doesn't work out of the home, things like that. So that's kind of what we learned from temperament testing. And, it was just funny because you kind of got to see that when they were having their little squabble there. You could see how Jingles was backing down. He was the one that was kind of cowering. He lacks confidence. And so that's what we'll build on in his, the next few weeks with training. Or not we, but his family, whoever that may be. And this is perfect now. You see, now we're starting to settle down again. So that kind of worked out good. Went a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. I'm sure their families enjoyed it, or at least I hope you guys did. And I look forward to chatting with all you tomorrow. Have a good night and Merry Christmas, everyone.